I am your host this evening, Robyn Linn, and as you know, we are going to be guided through an abundance visualization exercise. It's going to help you shatter money blocks, open the door to your feminine voice, and to help you create financial flow. How are we going to do that? Well, first, I want to address why you are all here. The White House has made statements, as many other fact-based journals and journalists, to raise awareness of the gap between women in the workforce. A lot of women that I know today need to have a career to help their household, to be able to afford to eat healthy, to send their kids to college, and a lot of things that I'm not going to address this evening that are more political based. However, I want to bring to your attention that the fact of women in the same careers as men, on average, are earning 78 cents for every dollar that a man earns. It's the same type of job, the same type of career, and it's been going on for quite some time. People like Bernie Sanders, who are running for presidency, are trying to put an end to this, and he is fighting for the equal rights for women. And there's a lot of gaps as well in between. It's not just financial, as many of you may know, being in the workforce, being in a perhaps corporate career, or like myself, having been in the corporate career and having left it, now running a business of my own and working with clients outside of the quote unquote corporate society. I know the difference between what it was like to be a woman in a career and to have colleagues, both men and women, but to see that there was more than just a financial gap. There was something else going on. So today, the message I'm here to share with you is mainly about helping you develop a sense of your essence, to help you come through with your messaging, to help you come through whether you already have a business now of your own, or you're looking to transition out of corporate into something more financially and fulfilled, something that fulfills you, both internally and monetarily. So the financial flow of being a woman with your own career, with your own business, with your own set of boundaries for what it is that you are here to share with the world, it isn't always easy. It isn't always going to come naturally to you, especially if you are new to business and especially if you're trying to do it on your own as an entrepreneur. So tonight, we're going to tap into your financial flow, not the one that you think is the worth or value of perhaps what others think you're worth or what you've been paid in the past, or how you feel you are valued now. We're going to step into your financial flow. We're going to help you become the feminine entrepreneur with a roar all of your own, very much based in your essence, your truth, who you are here to become. So we're going to be tapping into your equilibrium. As we do this visualization exercise in just a moment, you're going to be tapping into the most desired place within you to become aligned with your ability to make money and the abundance, which we all want, and the ability for you to have the strong roar, as I call it, for your feminine voice, the essence within you, your calling, what you are here to do. So again, all of us, human beings, we all have an equilibrium, which means when we're aligned with who we really are and how we are making our money and the work that we're doing, the value that we're giving to the world, and also what we're receiving, we're able to have this symbiotic relationship with the money we make, which is what we're receiving, and what we're giving, our voice, what we're able to share with the world. So there's this constant flow, which I want you to connect with tonight as your feminine voice in alignment with the money that you're making, the financial flow. So tonight, I'm going to be giving you the visualization. And before we do that, we're going to be setting the intention for the next 10 minutes or so. My intention this evening is to guide you to breaking through your own perception of what you think you're worth or what you feel you're worth energetically, so that you can step into what you are here to do, what you're really here to do. Maybe what you've been afraid of in the past. Maybe you haven't had the confidence yet to leave your job or career behind, or you haven't felt clarity in knowing how to start building and investing resources into a business of your own because you're not quite sure what that looks like. We're going to be guiding you tonight into breaking that perception of who you feel you are worth or the value that you think that you are owed. We're going to be helping you open up so that you start understanding and having more awareness as who you're here to serve. Because this visualization can be the breaking point to help you overcome any feeling of lack, any feeling of disconnect, any feeling or misbelief of what you think you cannot do. And we're going to be breaking through that glass ceiling into the reality of what you're here to do and who you're here to serve. So we're going to set your intention. And as we set your intention, I should ask at this point, I will ask you, if you have some paper in front of you, that would be fantastic and wonderful for you to have a pad of paper in front of you with your pen. I suggest releasing any attachment to what you're doing online, if you're on Facebook or checking email, to hold off on that for just a moment. And we're going to really connect here. This is for you. This is to connect you to what you're here to do. So grab your pad of paper, grab your pen. When you write it out, it is very different. The brain recognizes it very differently from an active perspective rather than if you're typing. So I suggest pad of paper and pen, and we're going to now set the intention for you stepping into your financial flow. So this could look different, and it should look different for all of you. So go ahead and just take a moment and set an intention of what you would like clarity on, of what you would like to open up into financially. What kind of desire do you have to step forward with your career, with your business, with yourself, with your relationships, with your finances, with your inner fulfillment? What does that really look like for you? Or what is the goal that you want to set forward in creating? So set your intention now before we move into the visualization. So as we hold in our conscious minds, we're very aware now of what we just wrote down as our intentions. And I'm also very aware as well as my intention, again, to guide you through breaking through the perception of what you thought or what you felt so you can move forward in serving a greater purpose and helping a lot more people, making a lot more money. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on as we do this visualization. And I'm going to be holding the space for you to rise up into yours. So now we're going to begin the abundance visualization. So go ahead and find yourself a nice cozy place to sit. If you are in preference of laying down and you have the opportunity to do that, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we are going to be sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to be doing a nice visualization here. So the first step here is to grounding at the root of the spine. So the base of the spine, your sit bones meeting the earth or your chair, wherever you are. We're going to be grounding and rooting in, just like sinking our roots of the tree down into the soil. So I want you to now just close your eyes if you may, if you have that opportunity to. And imagine the roots within you, the intention within you, rooting into the earth, into the soil, sinking nicely deep into that rich soil, the nutrient-dense soil, spreading out the roots. So we're going to be feeling the base of the spine, our buttock, the root of our body, sinking nice and deep, grounding into the earth, the stability, our foundation. Feeling that rootedness, feeling that sense of security, feeling that sense of, okay, I'm grounded, I'm rooted. As you root yourself in from the lower sacrum, we're going to be slowly bringing the energy up to the stomach, slowly drawing the navel back. So the core, our abdomen, stomach muscles, are going to be slightly contracted and pulling in. So feel a nice pulling sensation. The belly button, the navel pulls nicely back into the spine. So you're going to feel a really strong core right there in the center of your body. And as you do, we're going to lift the chest, lift the heart, and draw the shoulders back. And if possible, open the hands and the palms facing up into a receptive position. Shoulders rolling back, chin relaxing down, crown of the head, the root of the tree sinking down as the tip of the tree branches open out and expand. Visualizing yourself as this beautiful tree, expanding and rooted. As you exhale, we're going to be sinking deeper the roots into the foundation. As we inhale, we're going to be opening up, expanding the tree branches, opening up. And again, reminding ourselves of the center of our bodies being the core, being the trunk of the tree. Very stable, never moving, regardless of circumstance, regardless of the storm, a hurricane, whatever circumstance, the trunk of the tree stays nice and strong and solid. So let's take 3 breaths together. We're going to be exhaling together, sinking the roots down into the tree, into the earth. Inhale, expanding, growing out your tree branches. Exhale, sinking the roots down into the earth. Inhale, expanding, opening the heart, opening the branches, opening. Exhale, releasing. Let's do a few more at your own pace if you'd like. If you'd like to just find a moment here to really sink into this foundation of what we're here to step into with your intentions, and also the next step of what we're going to be taking action on. So we're not going to be leaving it here with a visualization. We're going to be beginning to step into the abundance and moving past and breaking through the barriers, breaking through your perceptions, moving into a few steps to take. So as you find your breath now, as you feel a little bit more at ease and grounded, I'd like you to recall the intention that you set just a moment ago. Go ahead and bring a little bit of awareness to the intention that you just set forward in wanting to create with your financial flow, with your abundance. And I'd like you to visualize You being the fruitful tree at your most epic moment, the most fruitful moment that you could potentially experience. If you were a beautiful tree budding fruit, luscious, delicious fruit, this divine feminine creation, imagine serving this purpose of fulfilling a need to give birth to this fruit, being fruitful, being expansive, being able to sustain life, to carry on energy, life, transformation, growth, evolution, consciousness. As you take another inhale, I want you to imagine, what would it be like to be at the highest level of your feminine voice? Who is she? What is she here to serve? Who is she here to serve? If you were to set forward moving into the next year, 2016, with this plan of action, this plan to become more fulfilled as a female entrepreneur, to become more in flow financially with the money that you're making and the people that you're here to help, what are you doing with this divine energy, with your feminine empowered voice? What are you here to do? Who are you here to serve? And what is that worth? What is that really worth? If you were to really tap in to the most fulfilling, fruitful essence within you, if your tree, you, were at the most fruitful, the most inspiring you that you could ever be, giving the most value that you could ever give, and in that moment, people around you, surrounding you, wanting to be attracted to the energy of you, wanting to just pay you so greatly for what it is that you are offering to them, because you're inspiring, you're empowering, you're serving in a greater way. And they are so inspired to be around you. What is that really worth? And can you, in this moment, break free of what you thought you were worth and step into something new, a new perspective, a new perception of this new roar, this new feminine empowered you in your business? Can you do that? Will you do that? So there's 3 pieces here, and I'm going to open it up to connecting with those of you in just a moment before we close this evening. We do have 10 minutes left, so I'm really excited. 11 actually, moving into 10. We're going to ease into the alignment, right? So this involves your voice, having clarity in your business message, and having confidence to see your vision through. Having confidence to step into this ease of alignment with your voice, your feminine roar, with the financial flow, how you're making money and the money that you're earning as a part of you offering value. 2, your authentic connection. This means being you in business, not needing to be like anyone else because you are modeling their success, or thinking that if you do what they do, you'll be successful too, or having a website or a blog. If you build it, as you have heard me say, doesn't mean they will come. So we have to attract, we have to captivate our audience. And how do we do that in our marketing and our branding? Well, we do that by connection, by authentic connection. You can be you in business and have marketing and branding that represents who you really are if you're connected to being authentic, and if your connections are in alignment with the space of ease and your voice and your clarity and your confidence. And then moving into number 3, the intentional action. So not just doing things that aren't moving you to the right level of direction in your business. Perhaps you're making money now in your business, but it's not where you want to be. Or perhaps you're in a job now and you want to transition out of it, but you don't have any action plan. Well, if we don't set the intention, how can we take action? Which means a lot of people, as you may have been one of them, or now may be one of them, you may be taking action and not seeing your vision through because there's not an intentional, grounded vision behind it, beneath it. So it's impossible to see any kind of mindful vision through if we're not really having this intentional action, utilizing your resources, your time, your energy, your money, the desire you have to make a bigger difference and impact in the world, helping people, serving people. We've got to connect to the intention behind it and then put action to it. So sharing your roar is what I want to invite you into doing. Defining your sense of value is what we're here to do. Defining your sense of value, or I should reinstate that as redefining, redefining your sense of value, what you're here to do, who you're here to serve, and being in alignment with the financial flow of the abundance, the money you want to make, with your feminine voice, your essence, your calling. So I'm going to open it up and close it out to those of you who want to connect now. And I'm going to invite you, before we go, to share your roar if you haven't yet. Share your vision, share the intention that you have, the intention that you'd like to step into, so that we can create something dynamic. We can step into ease, into inspiration, into helping others in a bigger way, but not just giving our time away or just going to a job and making our money, but doing what we are here to do. Marketing ourselves in a way online and social mediums with our offers, our workshops, our trainings, our services in a way that fulfills us, that aligns to our feminine essence. So I'd like to open it up just really quickly as we connect to some of you here tonight. I'm going to start with Karina, and anyone else, if you'd like to raise your hand, if you know how to do that, you're welcome to do that. And I'd like to just, before we go, again, those of you who haven't yet, schoolofonlinebusines.com/share-your-roar. I'm looking for a handful of women who want to be taken under our wings, Mike and I, to help you live your passion, to help you build your business, to be surrounded by people who have been there, who can help you move to where you want to be with ease, with inspiration, and with personal support. So you can move into a flow financially, and that you can be aligned to your essence and your calling, so you can do what you're here to do and serve your purpose. So I'd like to just have you share what kind of visions you had this evening. And Karina, I'm going to ask you to just share what your intention was this evening, and if anything started to appear, or if anything in your body started to open up, release, anything at all that occurred for you. So Karina, go ahead and just share with us what your intention was and what the visualization helped you step into.
So thank you, Robyn. My intention this evening was to become very clear in terms of the people, the clients, the audience that I wanted to work with. And so I'm currently, working in a corporate world, but my intention is to eventually move out and serve full-time. And the visualization that came to me as you had me really grounded was working with women such as myself in the corporate world, especially in a male-dominant corporate world, helping them really to, I'll call it, survive and thrive in the environment and show them how to be successful in there, and that they don't have to be a man in order to be successful. And then what really came through too was a really deep passion of mine of helping people who have had a lot of suffering in their life, whether it be from young to older, like emotional suffering, physical suffering, and just going through some really tough times in life and guiding them back to who they really are so they can get clear and kind of move into their path. And I've been, intentionally putting that out there for a while. So I do have clients coming to me, but my intention is to serve full time. And that's my roar. I know what I was born for. I feel very aligned to it and very passionate about it. And I don't think anything could get in my way in terms of doing that.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And my question to you was, as we were doing a little bit of a visualization, breathing, grounding, expansion, was there anything physically that you felt, anything that was released or that was brought to your attention in the space of your body or the space of just a feeling or an emotion internally? Out of
Yes.
curiosity.
Yes, actually, to my heart, I felt it open, and I felt it fill up with love. Like I just felt immediate connection to myself, to who I was. Right away, I felt it. And then that's why all these pictures came to me. But my heart opened up. It felt like it was tense. And then as soon as you grounded me, I felt open, and I kind of came back to who I was, and all the visions came to me.
So you described something which, when I say the word essence, you have
Mm-hmm.
you have kind of described that of my heart opening, and a lot of people talk about that, the yogic talk of an open heart, expanding the heart. And when you had that physical sensation, and then you said I connected to me and myself and my purpose, which is what you kind of alluded to. So
Mm-hmm.
if we were to now step into the financial flow element of this,
Mm-hmm.
what perhaps could we say would be a financial goal or a financial equivalent of you serving that purpose, of you feeling confident in yourself, aligned, as you spoke clearly, to being aligned to your truth and your essence in that moment of having
Mm-hmm.
an open heart? What can you see yourself in attaining to or aspiring to financially, not based on where you were or what you had or what you have been earning now as a coach,
Mm-hmm.
but what's something that you feel, yes, this is it, this is where I'm flowing into, this is the goal, this is the intention financially? It looks like Karina got booted out of the internet. Hold on one second, guys. I'm unmuting you again. Are you there, Karina?
I am sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no worries. We're having some storms around our area, so we are good. So,
Uh,
did you get my question?
yeah, so financially, I think I heard you say, where can I see myself
Flowing
next year?
into, flowing into for the next stage of you flowing into, yeah.
Yeah, like I have a number in my head. Can I share that?
Go for it. Yes.
Yeah, I see myself, by the end of 2016, actually bringing in probably anywhere from 300,000 to say 700,000.
Beautiful. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Now, when you weren't as self-aware or confident in your ability to have what we've been working on for the past 3.5 months now,
Hmm.
would you have felt that that was where you were headed by the end of 2016 before?
No, I probably felt like I would have been making a lot less than what I'm making in my corporate job.
And is that because of what we kind of just spoke to in terms of you feeling more connected to the message and and who you're here to serve and your audience and having that kind of clarity that allows for the confidence that allows you to say this is what I'm aiming for? Can you share a little bit about what that's like for you or what that sounds like for you?
Yeah, I think it's, in a way, confidence for sure. I think I didn't believe um, that I might be able to make money at something that I love, and it was probably because I wasn't connected to myself to connect to see who I would be serving. So by, having that intention and being very clear and being connected to myself, it just comes up automatically and I get out of my way and the confidence comes
Mm-hmm.
um, to help me to know that this is absolutely possible.
And as a woman being in the corporate world as I was as well, did you feel like the opening segment here of me sharing that men earn more than women, did you feel like because of this whole stigma and the way that normal careers and businesses are set up, did you maybe subconsciously even feel like you were less than versus where you are now
Oh,
because of that?
absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah, absolutely.
that was my initial real point and the marker here for all of us because I feel that when we're stepping into a new business or building our brand or exposing our true self and being vulnerable, everybody talks about, oh, you've got to be vulnerable, you've got to be real. And nobody knows how to guide you to the next place. So, what I'm
Hmm.
really appreciative of is being able to support people like you, Karina, and those women
Hmm.
who we do serve, Mike and I, to, again, my intention to help all of you find your sense of self, not like you didn't have it before you met us, but your
Hmm.
your sense of who you are in the business world and in the world in general, so that everything starts to just brighten and shine and evolve from you tapping into your essence and the feminine empowerment of, like you mentioned,
Hmm.
knowing that your intention is to have clarity in speaking to your audience, and your intention is to speak to people in the corporate world who feel like there's this male dominance, and then open up into helping others who are suffering emotionally. And you knowing that, but then being guided and supported to be able to do that and to open up financially as well into that space. To me, that's what really inspires me to help women like you be able to really tap in. So just reminding you that there's this real humility that I've been feeling from you, and I think because you're really tapping into the clarity of your message without feeling attached, without feeling beholden from the past patterns,
Right.
and really now redefining, as I mentioned before, redefining yourself as a feminine empowered entrepreneur and into the financial flow of what you're here to make and how you're serving people through that.
Yeah, and through the school has actually helped me to do that, right? Because I could have had the intention, I sat with the intention for a while. I sat with, a little bit of the clarity, but not that much. I would say the clarity came when I started working with you and Mike and the community and really grounding into it and really seeing it, believing it, and having the confidence to go for it because of the support from the school. That's what really kind of moved me forward, or I would just still be sitting here with the intention and no
Right.
clarity.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing, Karina. I am going to close out this evening. I definitely am appreciative of you sharing openly like this, because sometimes being put on the spot, never know what to expect, and I think it's the most revealing place to not just expose yourself, but to feel like you're being held accountable for what you want. So I appreciate you sharing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for this evening. It was great.
Talk to you soon. Bye
Talk
for
to you
now.
soon. Bye.
All right, lovely ladies. So it's time to share your roar. If you don't share your roar, I can't help you. If you don't share your roar, no one can help you. You can't help anyone either. So what we want to do is express our ability to serve, to give in a greater way, to make a bigger difference, to be empowered as the feminine entrepreneur should be in this world, as we can be, as we are, and to financially find our way in this world with our business, to share your messages, to expand the intentions that you have, and to give in a way that really does make a bigger impact. So I'm inspired to hear from you. Share your roar with me, and we will connect. We will create an action plan. We will set timeline goals. We will begin to set not just the intention, but to step into the action of what you're here to then do, and to help you see what it would look like to follow through on those goals, to see what it would look like to serve some particular audience, your ideal audience, to see what it would sound like to start vocalizing and voicing your message, to look at what the brand elements potentially would be, the photographs, what you're saying in text, your video presentation, even if you have no confidence at all to get on a video. This is all possible. So go ahead and share your roar, and I am inspired to connect with those of you. If I resonate with your roar, I will connect with you right away to schedule time together. Again, Robyn Linn, being you in business.